Welcome to the closeout video for the final milestone of our Pisa-Fees catalyst proposal. In this video, we'll demonstrate the evidence required for the completion of the final milestone, namely a website that exposes the fundamental functionalities of the Pisa-Fees protocol, creating, querying, updating, and closing positions. On the front page of this website, we have a list of available positions that we created earlier. Clicking on one of these will query its details, as you can see here. We can also create our own position by clicking on this button, which will take us to the Create Position page. Here, we'll fill in some information regarding how much Lovelace the position should start with and what assets it should accept to swap for Lovelace, as well as their respective exchange rates in Lovelace. I will choose some assets that are already in my wallet. Here, I have chosen one asset that will be accepted as a swap asset for this position. This is just a test token that I have in my wallet. I've indicated the value of this asset to be 800,000 Lovelace, which is 0.8 ADA. Note that our protocol also supports multiple swap assets per position, but we'll only use one for testing purposes for now. We will go ahead and start this position with 10 million Lovelace, which is 10 ADA. And let's go ahead and create this position. Alright, so that transaction was successfully submitted, and we can of course see it in our wallet. In the transactions here, we can see that the transaction's here, and we can track this on a website like Cardano Scan, where it'll appear briefly. Alright, here it is. So this is the transaction that created the position UTXO, and that concludes the demonstration for create position. Now we'll move on to the next demonstration. As you can see, our newly created position has appeared in the list of positions here. Clicking on it will show its details, and indeed, they match with the details we initially put in. Now we'll demonstrate how to update a position. To do so, simply open the position details, which we have already done, and click on Admin Actions. This will take us to the page where we can perform an update. In order to perform an update, click on Update Position. Now, the form below can be used to change the swap asset supported by the position, or simply update the exchange rates of the existing ones. In this case, we will simply update the exchange rate of the existing asset to 900,000 Lovelace. Let's go on and click on Update. Alright, and it has been successfully submitted. Let's check it on our wallet. Here's our transaction. And it should appear on Cardano Scan briefly as well. Here's the transaction details. Here you can see how the position was updated. And now we'll move on to the next demonstration. Now, let's use our updated position to perform a swap. The main feature of our protocol will be showing a simple send transaction where we send a token to another address and pay for the fees using an asset that is in my wallet and is supported by the position. In order to perform a swap, click on the position you would like to use for swapping and then click on Use. This will take us to the page where we can perform a send transaction and use the supported assets to pay for fees. In this case, I'll be sending a token to this address using this swap asset, and this will be the token that I'll be sending. So I'll just copy over the details from my wallet. And I'm only sending one. And let's go ahead and send with Pisa-Fees. Alright, so that transaction went through, and we can see it here. And as you can see in my wallet already, that I did not lose any ADA in this transaction. That's right, I did not have to pay any ADA for the fees nor deposits. I gained some ADA though, as my swap assets were worth just a bit more than needed for all the fees and deposits. Okay, let's view the transaction details on Cardano scan now. And there it is. All the transaction hashes will be provided alongside this video for your convenience. Finally, we'll demonstrate how to close and liquidate a position as an admin. First, click on the position you'd like to close and then click on Admin Actions. Assuming you're the position owner, you can now click on Close Position to close it and claim all the value within it. And sign and submit. There it is. We can view it on our wallet. And as you can see, we have successfully claimed all the value that was within the position. And we can view the transaction. Cardano scan is down right now, so I will look it up on C Explorer. And there it is, that's all the transaction details, and as you can see that it does indeed close the position and consume it into the owner's wallet, which is, in my case, my own wallet. This concludes our demonstration for milestone 6 of the Pisa-Fees Catalyst proposal. Thank you.